With online dating becoming so popular over the last few years, a phenomenon called catfishing has become quite common. Catfishing is when somebody sets up a false profile with false pictures and even creates a false persona to attract people that are alone and looking for love. Now, even really smart people fall victim to catfishing. But you do not have to be a victim if you have sufficient knowledge about catfishing. And that's what this video is about. So this is Cass Naidu, life and relationship coach. And this channel is focused on helping you create epic relationships that are deeply loving, meaningful, sustainable, and constantly growing. If that appeals to you, if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button and the bell notification so you'll know every time there's a new video. So on to part one. Why do people catfish? What are some of the reasons? The first one is that it's people with really low self-esteem. They could even be people that are anxious or depressed, and they want to connect with people, but they have no idea how to do that. So they set up a false profile that looks a lot better than how they feel they will appear if they put up their own pictures. The second reason that people catfish is that they could be looking for a relationship or a hookup outside of their current relationship. Okay, and the third reason, which I think is the most dangerous one, is that there are people out there who will prey on people that they think are lonely, and the eventual intention behind that connection is that they want money. All right, so these are the three reasons why people catfish. So what are some of the signs? If you're suspicious that you're chatting with somebody online, here's some of the signs that you know you're being catfished, right? Firstly, they will text you or they'll send you emails. They may not answer phone calls, or if they talk to you on the phone, it will always be voice calls. Right? They will not want to be seen, so they will refuse face-to-face meetings, giving you all kinds of excuses for that. One of the common excuses is the profile might state that they are in your area, but when you contact them, they'll say that they're out of your area at the moment and they'll be coming back in a month or so. Right? Sometimes they're out of the country on business. These are signs that there's a possibility here you're being catfished. The third sign is that they are over the top. Within a very short period of time, they'll start telling you things like, when I saw your picture, when I read your profile, I just knew you were the one for me. They will say they love you very, very quickly. And all this without a face-to-face meeting. Right? So it's really over the top. They'll send you songs and poems and long lyrical mails, and this is another sign to look out for. Because if it's somebody you haven't really met in person, can they seriously be so much in love? Right? The next one is that they start talking about your future together. They start planning a future with you. And the intention behind this is to get you emotionally involved. And when you are emotionally involved, you feel like you love this person as well. That is the time that they will start asking you for money. And it will start with usually a small amount. And it's always because there's some huge emergency that has happened. So it's either that they got mugged and they're in another country, they've lost their wallet and their ID and everything's gone. And they're starving and they can't pay for their accommodation. And they want you to please send them money. Another reason could be that they're sick, or somebody, a child, is very, very sick. And because they've been mugged and they have no access to money now, can you please send some money? Or can you send them money so that they can come home because they're dying to meet you? All right, so these are some of the reasons, but no matter what, if somebody you have not met is asking you for money, that's a sure sign you are being catfished. So what can you do if you suspect you're being catfished, right? Firstly, you can do a Google reverse image search. So you can actually take the profile images, the pictures they have on their profile, and upload it to Google, and it will show you where that picture pops up online. If you can see that it leads you to a social media site and that profile belongs to somebody else, that's a sure sign. However, a lot of these people do create false social media profiles as well. So you'll see the same picture there, but the content will be missing. There won't be a lot of content, and they won't have a lot of friends either. So that's another sign. So in that case, suggest, if they're in your area, suggest that you meet for coffee. Say to them, look, I'll be more comfortable if I'm sitting face to face with you, and I know, and mention catfishing. Say there's so much of this stuff going on online, and I'd like for you to see that I'm real and who I say I am, and I'd like to know that of you. Someone who's honest and real is not going to take offense to that. But the catfisher will disappear when you mention that, because they know now you know what catfishing is, so they can't do it to you. If they're out of your area and you can't suggest a coffee date, then suggest a video call. Make it easy, say, hey, how about an online dinner date? I'll bring my dinner and you bring your dinner, and we'll sit down and we'll have a video call, right? So if they're resistant to all of these things, that's a sure sign. And then, of course, they're asking for money, and use your gut. If your gut feel is telling you this is over the top, this doesn't seem real, this is too quick, it's happening too fast, someone doesn't even know me, but they're profusing love. If your gut is telling you, trust that, right? And the last step is, what if you've already been catfished? What are some of the steps that you can take? So remember, I said even really, really smart people get catfished. So don't be too hard on yourself, but it's okay to feel bad for yourself, right? Just listening to this video, you'll know that it's happening to lots and lots of people. Some people have lost their entire life savings. There's people that have mortgaged their homes to send money, right? People that have gotten on planes and gone overseas to marry this person that doesn't even show up at the airport, right? So all of these things have been done. So don't be too hard on yourself, but it's okay to feel bad for a while. If you found yourself getting emotionally involved, treat this like a breakup, right? I did a video called Healing from a Breakup, and I'll link it at the end of this video. So if this is you, treat it as a breakup and go through those steps to heal yourself. Also use this as a learning experience. So now that you know that, what has happened, be aware, be conscious of this. But don't let one person steal your future happiness. That means don't suspect every single person. When you meet a new person, initially, right up front, ask for the coffee date. Right? You'll see the ones that are open, then you know, hey, this is a real person I'm dealing with, but don't close down your heart because one person did this to you. You might want to take a break from online dating. You could ask your family and friends, tell them, be specific about the kind of person you're looking for, and let them introduce you. Right? Alternatively, I have a private group of single professionals, and all of them have gone through my 8-week Creating Conscious Relationships program. So they show up week after week for 8 weeks with the videos on. So I know these are real people. We can't guarantee human beings, but at least it takes away quite a lot of the risk. So all the people that are in that group have completed the program first, and then they get added to the group, so that in the group you can meet people that are looking for committed relationships. Great. If you got any value from this video at all, give it a thumbs up, leave a comment. If you've had any experience about catfishing or anyone you know has had that kind of experience, share the video as well. You could help someone not get catfished. Take care, and I'll see you in the next video.